welcome back to my channel. It's quite fresh this morning, so I've put a coat on. I'm having a real clash of colours here with pink and purple though, but yeah, quite nippy. Do we like my new filler? It arrived with a load of pallets and I saw it and I just thought that's the perfect size for a filler. I mean, I don't know what Sienna will think of that. She won't be jumping it this week, but maybe next week. But yeah, I spotted it and I took it before anyone else could take it. I am at the moment trialling. Trialling is the key word here. Getting up early and riding my horses before going to work, because quite often when I get back in the afternoon or early evening, I don't always want to ride. I lose a bit of enthusiasm for it then. So I thought the key is to get it done before work. The issue is obviously getting up. As we know, I don't love that bit. Had their 10 days off, so now they're back in work. It was good. I think it was good for Sienna Splint just to have a few days off, just to let that settle, even though it doesn't seem to have caused her any trouble. Sadly, it didn't vanish. I was really hoping it would just go, but it didn't. And I really enjoyed not having to think about riding them for the last 10 days. It was really, really nice. But back to it now. Found another use for my palette. Ideal pole raise. So while Corporal was having his 10 days off, his skin was really good. He wasn't massively itchy. He was sort of normal amount. Rode him yesterday. He didn't break a sweat. We were only in walk. Hello. And last night he was super itchy. Honestly, that horse is allergic to being ridden. He's actually allergic to being ridden. The number hadn't been washed or anything, which I know is a bit gross, but we have to be careful how much we wash Coop's stuff. So nothing, you know, it wasn't like he was having anything clean put on, and we don't use detergent anyway on any of the washing that we do for Corporal, so even if we had washed it, it wouldn't have made a difference. But yeah, really itchy. It's all to do, I'm sure now I've worked it out, there are lots of factors to Coop's skin, and he is allergic to some things, but I also think it's just he cannot regulate the temperature of his skin. He just has real issues. So even doing light exercise, like going for a walk, it gets a little bit hot and that just like sets it off. And it's like if it's a really wet day, that upsets his skin. If it's a really hot day, that upsets his skin. It's just, yeah, there's something wrong with his skin. It doesn't function like it should do anymore. So yeah, it's a bit annoying. So I woke up this morning hearing him really itching against the side of the stable. I was like, oh, I haven't heard that in a little while. Oh dear, this is not good. Anyway, you need to do some work, love. So now I'm alright. I don't need to do any work. Quite happy. We can do some polls. So Sienna is looking pretty good weight-wise now. I'd say about a month ago, I was thinking, she's really fat. She looks like a hippo, and was a little bit worried. But because it's been quite dry in our area, my grass is looking rubbish. I mean, it looks dead, to be honest. She's dropped weight because of that, and because they're on at hay at night, and she's not a massive fan of it, even though it's nice hay. She's not stuffing her face all night long. She's probably lost weight because of that. So actually, weight-wise, I think she's looking pretty good. I'm quite happy, which is nice. So yeah, I know. Thank you. She's biting and chewing the wheelbarrow, because why wouldn't you, eh? So yeah, all in all, I'm really pleased with how her weight's looking right now. As much as I hate seeing my field look dead, there are some benefits to it, and that's Sienna's waistline. So to do the pole work, I have put just the Equestrian back part on for Sienna, just to remind her to use her back end, and I've used just back boots on and not front, because she doesn't particularly like having back boots on, and it just makes her pick up a little bit more behind, so it's just quite good when she's doing poles. And she's just going to do kind of walk poles for probably about 20 minutes this morning, maybe a touch longer. She's currently seen something that's very interesting. What have you seen? Fascinated. This is what my field currently looks like. Quite dead. Lacking in anything green and yummy, but it's fine. Yeah, this is why Sienna's lost some weight, which is great. Oh, look at the old man. He's been desperate for a roll. Get rid of those itches. But yeah, I am saving this small pen above us here for the autumn when the acorns start dropping, so that they've at least got something nice to go to when they have to have their pen shortened quite drastically. So yeah, it's looking a little lifeless out in the field. Very excitingly, last night my channel hit 2,000 subscribers. Now that might change over the next day or so, because ideally you need to be over it by a good 5 or 6 subscribers to really celebrate it, because, you know, subscribers come and go regularly. But yes, it hit the big 2k, which is a amazing, and that actually was one of my goals for this year. So by the end of the year I wanted to get 2,000 subscribers, and we've already hit it, guys, so thank you very much if you have hit the subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, it was a damn sight quicker than it was getting to that first 1,000, I can tell you. I think the first 1,000 subscribers took me 3 years to get, and yeah, we've managed a whole another 1,000 in just under a year. Not quite, just under a year, so that's very cool. I'm sorry that I haven't got a more exciting vlog to bring you, having managed to make it to that point. Yes, it's a very chatty vlog, so if you're not down for that today, it might be best to switch off now and wait for another one, since the horses have only just come back into work. Can't do anything too exciting, so it's going to be a couple of quiet weeks before we get going again. But yeah, so that was nice. That was an achievement. Put a smile on my face last night. So yesterday I had a bit of a whirly brain because I saw something and it triggered an idea. And you know what I'm like? I'm constantly coming up with ideas for future jobs and business ideas that one day is going to make me enough money so I can have a horse box back on my driveway. And my brain was like going into overdrive. There's like tons of fireworks going off in it because I get very excited when I initially think of something up. And I'm like, oh my God, this is it. He's doing a poo. It's charming, you two. They love that purple flower, whatever it is. I'm assuming it's not poisonous because the pair of them want it so much. Probably should research it and double check. Anyway, problem with me is I come up with lots of ideas all the time. It's just I'm not very good at actually executing them or, you know, going through with them or anything like that. I fall a little short there. But the problem with me is I like my hobbies, so I like doing lots of different things. You know, I love my photography, I love riding, I love YouTube and vlogging, I love my history. I quite like to bring back my history channel. I love doing horse history. I find it so interesting, and I love researching and all that. And then I really enjoyed it when I was selling little stock pins and things like that. And you just sit like, too many things, too many things. I can't do it all, and I sort of never know which ones to really put all my effort into. I like to do everything, that's the problem, and it's still a bit tricky. I still want to do the sewing thing, I still want to do the clothes, the riding clothes range. I haven't given up on that thought yet either. There's too many things. I've been meaning to ask this for a while, guys, but if you don't follow me on Instagram, I would love it if you could give me a follow. You might remember, well, probably a few weeks back now, I mentioned that, you know, maybe another good job idea for myself was some sort of social media marketer or something. Anyway, I've been putting that into practice on my own Instagrams, so my photography one and my riding one. On my riding one, I've actually lost followers. So I'm thinking maybe this is not the career for me. I've been trying really hard, like trying to put up stories regularly, trying to do posts. So it's not so easy because sometimes there's just nothing interesting to put up. But yeah, I've dropped followers, so I'm obviously doing something wrong. So yeah, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll put a link up or do something on this video now, but it's eMaisie Photography and eMaisie Dressage. Yeah, I'd be very grateful if you could give me a follow. And like I say, I do put stories up quite regularly, and I also nearly every day put up a new photo on my photography one, and that one really struggles. For some reason I just can't seem to get any, I don't know, just nobody seems to see them, or maybe nobody wants to like them, I don't know, but I'm struggling a bit on that front. Always the small ones that are the naughty ones. It's quite windy today. I'm sheltered behind these trees, but it's quite windy, and I just took the little Welshie out that I ride, which is the smallest on my books. She's only about 14 hands, and so naughty in the wind, so sharp. And obviously, because there's not a lot in front of me, many times I thought I'm going to hit the deck in a second. Just every like tree creaking or a bit of a rustle, she's like shooting off and diving to the side, just thinking I don't need to fall off today. It's not on the cards. Yeah, absolutely the devil. Everything else has been alright. I have another question for you guys. I need some winter boots recommendations because my last lot, which were Ariat ones, that were the insulated ones, have died. So I need another suggestion. And I normally get some Ariats in the sale, but I haven't managed to this year. And we're getting close to when I like to change my boots over. So any thoughts? I wouldn't mind stepping away from Ariat. Anyone got any recommendations? Tread step maybe, or mountain horse, or I don't know what other companies do winter riding boots. Something that's not too expensive. Ideally, you don't want to spend a fortune. So yeah, any thoughts? Leave it in the comments below. I'm trying to figure out what angle hides the state of my hair best. breezy day has not helped. It's that time of year, isn't it? The apples are starting to fall off the tree in the wind. So lots of treats for the horses. I'm going to leave the vlog there, and I'll see you guys again soon.